and Katie in the morning, 107.5 KZL. Time for Jared and Katie's Pop Quiz. We love the game. There's 5 pop culture questions. There's 60 seconds on the clock. If you're more than Katie, you do win $100 on the year. Katie has 172 wins against only 2 losses. She's out of the studio in our soundproof booth. Matt, who's playing?
We've got Sarah, a certified psychopath. If you disagree, let me know. She sleeps without a pillow.
Oh, my gosh. How are you not in a asylum of some sort? Sarah, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
So you must have a very...
I think it's comfortable. I can't stand sleeping with a pillow. It hurts my neck.
Okay. You know, they have those ones where you can put like your arm through the bottom of it. It has like an opening, or My Pillow. There's many different choices. Do you have a pillow top bed?
I've tried all of them. Yeah, I do. But, I mean, like, I'll hug a pillow all night long. I just don't want it underneath my head.
Okay, we're going to have the authorities sent over soon.
I don't know how that doesn't hurt your neck. I mean, you're literally sleeping with your head at an angle.
Yeah. I don't know. We're getting one of those flat pillows. I don't know.
I've been doing it for years.
Think outside the box. You know, I do it all the time. But these people think we land on the moon. Whatever. All right. You got any questions about the game?
No.
If you get stuck, you can pass. If there's time remaining, we'll go back to the ones you passed on. Here we go. Question number 1 is multiple choice. Chuck Norris will team up with this rapper for an upcoming movie called Zombie Plane. Is it MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice, or Ja Rule?
Oh, goodness. Vanilla Ice?
That is correct. Question number 2. This celebrity bought a $25 million compound in Texas for his 11 kids and 2 of his 3 baby mamas.
Nick Cannon?
No. Kristen Cavallari says she rejected this famous chef when he slid into her DMs.
Ooh, I have no idea.
Pass. All right. This artist settled their legal issues with Adidas.
Pass.
All right. Who sings this? And if you get any part of the name right, we'll give you credit.
He did the Monster Mash.
No. I know the song. I have absolutely no idea.
Back to the ones you passed on. Kristen Cavallari says she rejected this famous chef when he slid into her DMs. Oh, time is up.
Oh, no.
All right. Maybe you can get a pillow next time. Get a more restful sleep.
Yeah, maybe if you had a good nine-nine, you'd played better.
You know you have kids when we say nine-nine. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Get that nine-nine. You're taking on Sarah, and we're having authorities sent to her house immediately for a wellness check.
Uh-oh.
She does not sleep with a pillow.
Excuse me?
Never has. She just never has a pillow.
Can't do it. She said she'll hug it, but don't put it under her head when she sleeps.
How do you...
Just right on the mattress.
She says that they are uncomfortable.
Some are, but man,
I don't trust this player.
Yeah.
No, I mean, no offense. Whatever.
Let's talk to her real quick. Sarah, you have another person that just doesn't understand you.
Sarah, I don't do you have no neck? How do you support your neck?
I have a neck.
I have a neck.
I have a neck.
That wasn't on my bingo card this morning.
Don't spread false rumors about me not having necks here.
That definitely was not on my bingo card this morning. Somebody saying,
once.
I have a neck.
We were well, I mean, Big Ed doesn't.
Yeah,
so
Big Ed called in, and then I would know. Yeah, that's true. Okay. Sarah, you do you. You know what I mean?
Listen, I can't sleep without at least a pillow and a half underneath my head.
I know.
I'm pretty sure it's made my neck all wonky, but hey, it's whatever. I can't.
No,
and it's got to be a certain pillow.
Yeah.
You know?
Can't be too flat.
No, it can't be too flat.
It has to be,
But like kind of mushy, but then like
kind
kind
of mushy and firm
but
at the same
soft,
time.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure pillows got brought up the other night by Katie and my wife.
It's true.
Yep.
Where was this at? Oh,
while we were in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
There
That was
are
before you got there, Jared. They started talking about pillows. I'm
sorry.
going to watch the game.
Sorry, I missed it. Oh, it's during a game too. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
we were
forgot
sitting
about
at the
that.
bar and I
Yeah.
heard pillows. And I don't think I'm just going to watch
I'm
this.
gonna scooch on down here a little bit further away.
My husband was on the other side, and he was like, "I'm gonna watch the game."
Yeah, we're good.
Hey, bar.
I think I was
bartender.
supposed to send her a link. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's all right.
All right.
Can you turn the volume up of the game? All right, not recapping pop quiz. How many do you think Katie will get correct?
I'm not feeling confident today, just so you know.
I think three.
All right.
Sarah got 1.
Okay.
Here we go. Question number 1 is multiple choice.
She only got 1 because she didn't sleep good, by the way.
Yeah, no
she
kidding.
had a pillow.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris will team up with this rapper for an upcoming movie called Zombie Plane. Is that MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice, or Ja Rule?
Oh, my goodness. Vanilla Ice?
Yes.
Oh!
This celebrity bought a $25 million compound in Texas for his 11 kids and 2 of his 3 baby mamas.
It's Elon Musk.
Yes. Kristen Cavallari says she rejected this famous chef when he slid into her DMs.
So gross. Bobby Flay.
Oh, they're gross.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. This artist settled their legal issues with Adidas.
Oh, Kanye West.
Yes. You get any of the names right in this artist,
Okay.
we'll give you the credit. Who sings this?
He did the Monster Mash. He did the Monster Mash.
Yeah, you're going to make fun. Fats Domino.
I wish.
Domino.
I want to give you credit for that. Give yourself partial
That's
credit.
Domino.
You do half a ding on that? Not on my bingo card. Not on my bingo card today either. I have no neck and Fats Domino.
That's Domino.
That's
wow.
amazing.
I don't know where it
Wow.
came from. It
That's
just did.
tremendous.
Thanks.
No.
But it's not right.
Incorrect.
Yep.
Yep. Love it, though. All right, Katie won 4-1. I actually really love that answer. Fats Domino. Domino, right? Not Domino's. That's a pizza
Domino,
place.
yep.
All right,
Yeah.
Fats Domino. All right.
Fats Domino.
Yes.
Mhm, it's like Blues
Yeah.
Traveler.
Yes. All right, recap
yeah.
pop quiz. Question number 1 is multiple choice. Chuck Norris will team up with this rapper for an upcoming movie called Zombie Plane, and I'm in. I don't care how bad it is. That is Vanilla Ice. And Vanilla, by the way, Chuck Norris is like 85.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh.
And Vanilla Ice is, I mean, I know he's had a reality television show,
He's
but
been in
it's-
Sandler movies.
he
He'll
has-
make cameos, but usually he's playing himself, I think.
Okay.
He's actually
Typically,
doing
he
very
is.
well.
Yeah.
He does?
Yeah, he does
He's
pretty
doing
good.
extremely well because he got into real estate and he
Oh,
buys all these
Oh,
houses.
that,
I thought you
yeah.
meant acting.
Yeah, I thought you meant acting too. I was like, really?
Oh, gosh, you ever see the video? It's the worst acting I've ever seen in my life.
He
Like,
I think he does tend to play himself though, because he played himself in a early 1990s Ninja Turtle movie.
Yeah, he did. That's when people were like, ooh, he's getting oversaturated with Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
It's too much
I think
Vanilla
it's Ninja
Ice.
Turtles 3. It's like, go ninja, go
Yeah.
ninja,
Go,
He-
go
he-
ninja, go ninja, go.
He did the ninja rap.
Ninja rap. Yep, we know. I used to have that,
Yeah.
his whole first CD or whatever, memorized,
Was
including his song, What It's Like Having a Roni.
that? Oh,
I didn't know what a Roni was.
that does sound
What is a
familiar.
Roni?
A girlfriend.
Oh.
Or, significant other.
It sounds like pasta,
What it's
but
like
it's not.
It does sound like
having
pasta.
a Roni. And then he beatboxed through the whole song.
He has more than one album.
I think so, but only one did well.
Okay.
Let's see.
He has to.
I didn't know he had more than one song.
Of course, Katie and I, most famous for,
Oh my, Rib Fest.
he was the headliner at Ribfest one year.
Circa what?
This is before the real estate hit off, I think, Jason.
Yeah, because he didn't want to sing the I hate when artists
He
do
did
that.
not want to. He
He
did
didn't
not
want to sing the
it.
biggest song. That's why everybody's there. Nobody cares about any other song except for Ice Ice Baby.
He was also the biggest diva known to life. We're at Rib Fest. Rib Fest, which, by the way, I wish they'd bring back.
I know.
Because I really enjoyed it.
was great.
It was wonderful.
I mean, for
In Winston-Salem, downtown Winston-Salem. And it was a trailer that was set aside a makeshift stage.
Right.
I mean, as they do at places like Rib Fest. And he would not come out of his trailer. He was almost 2.5 hours late. We thought about leaving because we were like, we cannot be here
Wait, he
any
was just
longer.
sitting in the trailer?
Don't know what he was doing.
there's no more ribs.
We
All
had
the
to-
ribs were gone.
We were going to introduce him, and he took forever to come out.
And he did like a rock version, heavy metal version of his song. He didn't even do the normal. It's like, come on, bro.
No, but what he does now is like buys these houses that are in, I guess, distressed.
Yeah.
He actually buys houses that he has never seen before, and he just holds on to them. And some of them apparently have like grass growing. He always gets fines, and then all of a sudden, he'll when the market goes up, he sells them, and he's made millions of dollars doing it.
He's got, I mean, the show's pretty good. I've seen a couple. He tends to gravitate towards homes that have gigantic aquariums for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know why. Maybe that's just how it goes. But stars like Tariq El Moussa and Christina,
They're like home building
yeah,
show
flip-
people.
Oh, okay.
the flip shows.
Yeah.
They do that for a living and did it before they had their shows and stuff. Vanilla Ice, I feel like, was famous, fell, and then got into this.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure.
So I don't necessarily know that he's not bad at it. He's okay.
And he's become friends with Sandler, and I think he's embraced, okay, I'm
sure.
basically a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
And he kind of makes fun of himself in movies, but I think for a while at Ribfest, he wasn't ready
He
to
was still
embrace it.
He was
Delulu.
too serious about himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, Ninja Turtles 3, and they didn't ask me for Ninja Turtles 4.
He does have a lot of albums. The first one, 1990, To the Extreme. And Jared, I believe that was the one you probably had.
Yep.
Then he had one that was the next year, Extremely Live. So I guess it was all those, but the live version. Then we have Mind Blowin'.
Blowing.
Hard to Swallow. Then we've got Bipolar.
All right.
Platinum Underground.
Oh.
Platinum Underground explicit version.
Okay.
Platinum Underground clean version.
Oh, good.
His most recent album, WTF.
And Ice, Vanilla Ice was actually, from what I understand, at one point held by his neck off of a balcony by what's the guy?
Suge Knight.
Suge Knight.
To have him sign over rights to his music. No lie. Either his neck or his feet, but yeah, he's held inside
Something
a
like that.
Vegas
It was-
hotel room. Yeah.
I'd say take it.
And he's like,
No.
he's like,
Yes.
Hell no.
Somebody's holding you by the neck over a balcony.
All that money.
yeah.
I value my life more than
You can't have it. Drop it. Drop me.
you're not going to be able to use it either if you are dead.
That's true.
You know.
I would call his bluff.
And does anyone know his real name? Matt, you probably have it in front of you.
I don't.
Rob Van Winkle.
That's right, Van Winkle. And Ribfest, I know you've been dying to know, circa 2009.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, prior to that, in 2008, he put out an album called Vanilla Ice is Back, where he covered hip-hop classics, and there's 4 versions of Ice Ice Baby on that album.
Well, that's why he was so
Weird
full
about
of
it.
himself.
There's the OG version, there's the Rock Hero mix, the Club Crasher mix, and the new Romantic mix.
Oh, we got to hear these.
We didn't hear any of those
we
at
got
Ribfest.
to hear clips of these
He's
maybe
trying to
some other time.
capitalize on.
Oh, yeah.
There is a couple artists that actually have done that besides the Twist. That was a big one that came back
Oh,
by Checker. Something.
Chubby Checker.
Yeah.
Not Fats Domino.
not to be confused with.
The other, not to get off, but Benny Mardones, the guy that
Yeah.
was linked to singing the song that
She's just 16 years old.
had a big hit in the
Is
70s.
that Benny
and
Mardones?
Yes.
it came back in the 80s as back again as a big hit.
Leave her alone.
It's a great song. He says he denies it has anything to do with a young, but the video shows him making out with a 16-year-old.
The
No.
words
Saying
are, she's just
I know, but he
16 years
denies
old.
that
Leave
has
her
anything to
alone.
do
It was
that.
the original Gaslighter. Well, it was probably like Cain from, Adam and Eve's kid. But other than that.
But still.
like, yeah. She's not 16.
No.
Well, the lyrics say that.
It's a
no,
very,
they don't.
No, they
it's a
don't.
very good song, except for
It
that part.
is.
That part. There's a lot of
It's so
songs about
creepy,
young people.
You want to see the creepiest video of all time? Look up Benny Mardones Into the Night. It is the #1 creepiest video in history. In history of America. It's so creepy.
It is the best sing-along,
he
though.
crawls into her window and she's 16 years old. No, it has nothing to do with a 16-year-old. I'm like, what? This it's crazy.
It's crazy. All right, recapping pop quiz. So Vanilla Ice is going to team up with Chuck Norris for Zombie Plane.
All righty.
I'll be there. Or it's going to be direct to streaming. This celebrity bought a $25 million compound in Texas for his 11 kids and 2 of his 3 baby mamas. That is Elon Musk. This is Elon Musk when he was asked before, and at the time he was asked this question, he did not own a home.
For sure, it would be very problematic if I was consuming billions of dollars a year in personal consumption, but that is not the case. In fact, I don't even own a home right now. I'm literally staying at friends' places. If I travel to the Bay Area, where most of Tesla engineering is, I stay in I basically rotate through friends' spare bedrooms. I don't have a yacht. I really don't take vacations. So
Vacations.
it's not as though there's
At home.
that my personal consumption is high. I mean, the one exception is a plane. But if I don't use the plane, then I have less hours to work.
He's the one person where I could see if people make the argument that aliens are among us.
Mhm,
Like, he
he'd
does
be
not
one.
seem like a real person.
Yeah, I never got the check, Jared.
What?
It is.
Jared made
6 to
me
8
sign up
weeks.
for a check.
Oh.
When you get it, give me half of it for all the complaining.
I don't think it's going to come in. I think it's a fraud.
He would be
and
sued.
I think you might find out it's going to be illegal before you get any of the money.
I just think that it's not real.
Don't know.
Okay.
And nobody else has talked about this except for Jared.
And New York Times, New York Post, Washington Post,
Were they
NBC
the
News,
real,
ABC
sites?
News. Yes.
Hmm.
And Elon Musk even talked about it. They even had him at a thing giving somebody $1 million.
I've seen it be
Yeah.
talked
A
about,
million,
but
yeah.
mostly how people don't think it's right. That's just my
Well,
view.
your side would think that.
Hey,
yeah.
listen, I was going to say, I don't know why you're laughing. You haven't seen the check.
I'm laughing because you said your side.
we
That
know,
was
we know from experience checks take 6 to 8 weeks to get there.
at least.
If they
From the stuff that we
come.
do here.
This is not the 9-to-5 payroll contest. This is Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me about it.
And all you do was sign a petition.
And you are supposed to what? Get how much kickback do you get? $47 or something?
100. But anyone else that used my phone number, I get 100.
I put your phone number in.
So you just gave him an extra 100.
Yeah, thank you, Jason.
You're welcome.
If it shows up and it's
I don't
not
think it is.
illegal.
What do you mean illegal? Why do you keep saying that?
Jason will get none, and Jared will get $200.
It is. Yeah, that's what it will be.
pissed.
If I get the 100 from you,
Yeah.
I'll take you to lunch.
Because
as long as you get
it's-
your 100.
With money and then like influencing.
But he's
people
not a
to,
politician.
Yes, but it's like
It was
blurry.
just a signing petition.
It's blurry.
Yeah.
No, Katie, if
Under
it was the
different-
opposite way, she
I
would be
wouldn't
all
sign up
about
for it
it.
either. No, I would not. I do not do that. You are Zeke Rewards. I don't do that.
Yeah.
Not me.
That was a low blow.
Yeah, it was.
Whatever. Hey, listen. When it comes to Elon Musk's
yeah.
compound,
Yeah.
do you remember when Grimes? He was with. They're
Yeah.
no longer together, and they're actually not getting along at all because of like custody things with their 3 children. Because remember, she also welcomed a third, and we were like, "What?"
Yeah, they're like already
We didn't
broken
think
up.
they were together. But she was complaining that they were like sleeping in a box. They were sleeping in, and she said, "Could you please buy a house?"
Like, I'm not a gold
Like
digger. I
something.
want to live in a home.
Yeah, and she
Can we
just
have a
said,
ceiling? I just want a ceiling.
a ceiling, something where
Fine, I'll get you
where
a
we
tiny
could,
house.
yeah, where we could maybe like raise our children with a ceiling.
So
Yeah.
if she was on better terms, she might be the third baby
but she
mama.
says she's not going in.
she's not going
she's not-
in.
mm-mm.
She don't want the compound.
I
life.
don't think until they resolve, and his children either, until they resolve what's happening.
But the other 11 are. She said 2 baby mamas and 11 kids.
Yeah.
Apparently have agreed to live. And you know, it's not some. This is gonna be some like sprawling.
Yes.
And he's
Ranch.
not living in that he's living on
Why?
the compound, but he's living in a mansion that is a 10-minute walk from.
He likes
That's what I read
exercise.
today. It's like
I
He
think
has
he's
a
going to have
Tesla.
stuff
Oh my
than we can even perceive. It's
I
going to be
know.
like almost like a hotel apartment-ish, but huge for each family.
here's the thing, it gets glorified. Like, oh my God, best idea ever. People trash Nick Cannon. Do you
Well,
see
Nick
how
Cannon,
different?
Where's Nick Cannon's compound?
I'm sure if his baby mamas got along.
I
That's
think.
a good point, Jared.
Yeah, they're all over the country. All these women are all over the country.
Oh, I don't know where they live. He's
Yeah.
all over the country
yeah,
working.
he wants all of his kids to be in the same place, at least,
Yeah.
in a messy situation.
Just saying. I'm just reminding
but I
you.
what I like about Nick Cannon, what I love about Nick Cannon is that he'll just rent out Disney World and take all the kids there.
He does.
All
I don't know
75
how he can
kids.
afford it, though.
He's
I
gonna
can
go
see
broke.
how Elon Musk can afford it, and I know why Katie doesn't like Elon Musk because the way he votes. But
I don't know. It does not. I don't feel one way or the other. I don't.
I think at one
I
time
think
he
you
voted
definitely
for
changed-
Democrat.
Your
What?
feelings towards
Yeah.
him
I
after
don't
that.
like people or not like people because of that. I'm not that again. That's
Underlining.
you.
No, it's subconscious for sure with you. It definitely is.
Okay, please,
Jared, am I right?
mansplain and
I
gaslight me.
really do think you had no problem
I
with
already
Elon
get
Musk
enough of this.
until he came
Jared,
out.
I have always given you a hard time about your Tesla. Always from
Well,
day one.
But that
That's
was
true.
That was
from day
but
one.
No, but because anything I do, you hate on.
Well,
Yeah, kind of.
yeah, kind
Like,
of.
Matt did, like, oh, I love your
No, I
Tesla.
wouldn't.
It looks wonderful.
No, I wouldn't.
Your Tesla's wonderful.
Don't be jealous of Matt.
I'm not jealous of Matt.
You are. You are. That
No,
I call
no,
him.
you-
That he says
you-
that I think he looks good with his weight
He
loss.
looks great now. No, at
Yes.
the time he did not. At the time, he looks awesome now.
If
You're
Matt
so
was driving
rude.
No, Matt, you
Squid's
would agree.
car,
You look
But at the
awesome
time, I'd
now.
also lost
He
weight
has
too.
lost weight.
Yeah, you lost like 30
Right.
pounds, which
Yeah,
is
I was
great.
down 30, so I'm down another like 60. Yeah,
You look
yeah.
amazing.
no,
now.
she's
Yes.
saying
Thank you.
fantastic.
so noticeable.
She's
Yes.
saying fantastic.
Oh, yeah,
if,
fantastic.
If Matt was driving Squid's car and he just showed up, Katie would be like, that car is fantastic.
If I did it, I'd be like, that's what you get. You deserve a piece of crap car.
Katie's turned her nose up at plenty stuff I've
Yes,
done.
I have.
Dixie Stampede.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is true.
Notably. All right, recapping pop quiz. I really do think you started hating Elon Musk
I
recently.
hate that you
Because
shove
of the
him
politics.
down our throats.
How
You're
do
like,
I shove
Elon
him down
Musk
the-
did- by making us sign up for what I thought was spam.
Okay, that was recent. You
Did you
hated
sign
him
up?
way before that.
No, I did not. I told Jared it was spam. He was like, "Come on,
I was like, just do it.
just
don't
do
know.
it." And then he sent it again
It's
as
not
if he hadn't
spam. You
received it.
asked if it was spam. I said no. Here, and I sent articles. CNN, something, MSNBC. They're all reporting it.
I
All right,
do
recapping pop
think,
quiz.
if we're going to talk, I do think that at some point, either I think his bromance with Trump will fall apart. Even Mark Cuban says that.
See? I told you
Even
it's
Mark Cuban.
political.
Well, meaning
Mark
that-
Cuban hates Trump.
No, but he's talking about Elon Musk.
Yeah, but he in I think Mark Cuban's jealous. You know, these billionaires, they're jealous of each other.
Katie, I do think it's politically
No, he's
motivated.
super
On a
political.
on a subconscious level, I think you don't like Elon Musk as much because all of a sudden he came out pro-Trump because he wants the world to get better. And what? He does.
I know. It's funny.
But
adding that part.
No, he does.
Do you not want the
can't
world to
help
be
himself.
better?
He
But I
just
don't
can't help
think
himself.
if he didn't do that, I think you liked him before because I think he used to vote Democrat. I
I
swear.
don't care who he votes for.
Oh, no,
I
yes, you do.
truly do not
Subconsciously, you
care who he
do.
votes for. I don't.
You do.
You two are the biggest
you're gaslighting us.
hypocrites of all
No, we're
time.
not being hypocrites.
You,
No, we're not.
You
How?
Care, because the number one thing Jared wants to know about every single person he meets is how much money do you make? And the number one thing that Jason wants to know about people is who do you vote for? That is
How's
you.
that being a
Do not
hypocrite?
put that on me.
Okay, that's true.
How's that
I
being
do
a
not
hypocrite?
do
That
that.
is true.
Don't
Katie's
put
right.
that on
So
me.
But how's
Jared,
that being a
and she's
hypocrite?
right about you too
because
because
you're saying it's me. It's not. I
I'm
don't
cur-
care.
Who I've always been curious what people do
no,
and how
but
much
you
they
like
make.
know.
status. You like to
No.
like with Bo. Is that his name?
Yes, he
You wanna
always.
be around
the
him
number one
because-
thing you always
yeah.
say is
That's not
they
true.
make
or
this
the race
much
car
money.
driver.
Yes.
You want to be like associated with like
No, it's cool when
Celebrities.
stuff happens like that. Yeah, but by the way, Bo approached me to do a podcast, not the other way around.
yeah, I know that all the stuff.
And I
before,
thought he was going to say
when
the
you
movie's going to be made, and I was like, "Oh, you just want to do a podcast? This is disappointing."
But
When
if a
you
listener
kissed
who
his
didn't
butt.
have Bo's connections approached you, you wouldn't DM him
exactly.
Both, how dumb are you guys? I'm doing a podcast with somebody that no one even knows who
Yes,
he is.
because you
Yeah,
kissed
but
his
he brought
butt the whole
something to
time
the
before
table.
that.
yes,
He brought potential sponsors to the table.
Yes,
yeah.
because, right.
Oh, he also brought status.
But who the guy I do a sports podcast
Johnny
with?
O.
No, that guy no.
I started that first, so that just blows it all the
No,
water.
it doesn't. Because first of all, you almost had sex with a race car driver. Second of all,
He asked me.
Who's
I
the race-
played
which one's
Austin
that?
Dillon.
Austin Dillon.
He
Oh, my
asked me
God, I
to,
forgot.
But Corey Lane.
there you go again. I forgot.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah.
for reminding
He
me.
Country
asked
music.
me. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We hooked up this amazing thing because of the connection.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm
But
just.
no, but he asked me to play in a basketball league, and then I met a NASCAR driver. That's kind of fun. It's kind of cool. I don't ever hang out with them or whatever.
Well, they didn't want to play basketball with you either after
I
a while.
won the championship.
But you
I hit
remember?
a 3-pointer in that game, by the way.
Yes, but remember how we did whole segments about how bad you were and how.
No, I know I
Yeah.
was bad, but I got better as the year went on, and they even said my defense was really good.
Okay.
Okay, you be
And
you.
Jason,
Okay.
if you met anybody, talk about somebody who gloms on to people that can do something for them, whether they're in the mafia, whatever.
Okay, there you go.
Seriously.
That's messed
That's a
up.
hypocrite.
Okay,
They're
really?
like famous, but if they can do
It's not
something
famous.
for
It's
you,
a mafia. Well, not really. Yeesh.
even you said
I'm
it.
stopped
All right, we
talking.
got to recap pop quiz. Seriously, we got to do it real quick.
This is the
Jeez.
second time, the second day in a
Yeah.
row.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yesterday was really fun though.
It was. I mean, this is fun for
Oh,
me
no,
as
it's fun.
well.
Yeah, it's fun. Why
Oh my
not?
gosh.
Kristen Cavallari says she rejected this. This recap's going to take a long time. I can tell.
Oh, boy.
This famous chef when he slid into her DMs,
Yeah.
and that is Bobby Flay and Katie. During the game, you said that was gross. Why is that gross?
I do not find Bobby Flay attractive. And
Oh.
then he had that thing with Giada De Laurentiis where apparently
He
because she
cheated
was
on his wife.
yeah, and
They
then
both were
she was
cheating.
married, and I don't know. They're just I've seen him flirt on television, and it I don't know. Just
Might as well call him Bobby Slay.
it's just
He got rejected though.
I don't know.
Yeah, I did hear he's a cheater.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I guess that is the rumor, but
I was going to text from your husband.
what do you say?
He said, "Move on." Is he like the producer of our show now?
I
probably
agree.
would like to
Slightly
be.
agree
He's
with him.
never texted me
Did he
before.
text me?
Ben, you're right. All right. He's never texted me before. Except he
Hey,
sent me.
Katie's husband Ben just texted you
Ju-
to move
yeah,
on.
to move on.
I agree with him, but
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that
funny.
is odd. It must be really bad right now.
Did he mean to text you?
Maybe
That's
not.
very odd.
I
Who would he
don't-
be texting?
You maybe, but I don't know.
That means
Ben, explain
if
yourself.
Ben, Katie's husband, just told us to move on.
He
You know
tells
how-
me to move
it
on
must
all
be
the time.
Really bad
It must be
right now.
It is.
Yeah.
And in doing that, he's made us not move on.
Okay,
Yeah.
damn.
Jason, that's anecdotal. One listener. You never say listen to one listener, but okay.
Okay.
This
Put
artist.
a mafia hit on you, but go ahead.
And he is
Exactly.
my husband.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It's funny because he just never texts me.
Yeah.
All right. This artist settled their legal issues with Adidas. That is Kanye West. I had some
No,
song I was going to play, but let's
yeah,
not do
no
it.
money exchanged. They just settled.
Okay.
They're just like, we just agreed to settle and it's done.
Okay, because he was suing them for.
No, they were sued though because of the anti-Semitic remarks,
Oh,
and they
oh.
were like, you're not our endorser anymore.
Right,
And
but
so
it
then there
cost
was-
them
yeah.
a lot of money
Mhm.
because they had all the product and
Yeah.
all the marketing and all the money they invested. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Recapping pop quiz. Who sings this?
He did the Monster Mash.
Jason?
Is it
Fats
Bob-
Domino.
Bob Pickett?
Oh, close.
What?
Yes, that's actually right. Bobby Boris Pickett. And I think the
Okay.
Crip Kickers. The
Nice.
Crip Kicker 5.
Never.
Yeah.
Because we're doing all,
Yeah.
Halloween this week, and I'm like, you can't not
I do the
Monster
I
Man.
do
And
know
said,
the-
if you got one name right, you just said Bobby. I'm like, sure.
Mm-mm.
All right, Katie, another win. Jared and Katie's pop quiz. What a perfect day for this.
Yeah, really.
Do you think we could run the country?
Nope.
Of course we can.
We can't even run a
Not.
show.
I know. We're getting told by amateurs to move on.
Don't take it out on my husband.
I'm not.
He's right, probably.
I'm sure he is.
Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely sure. No, I'm saying we're getting run by who aren't in the business.
Mhm.
It's like me texting him like, hey, I don't think you're doing that dental cell. Don't do that. He's like, what?
Jared. Okay.
See?
Yeah.
I know.
He's very
I know.
spiteful.
I get it.
I'm not spiteful to Ben at all. I think it's hilarious that he texted me that. But if you think we could run the country, clearly we cannot. We have our political attack ads. We've had one against Matt. We've had one against me. Today, it's Katie.
Oh, nice.
Maybe that's why he wanted to move on, because he's like, he wants to hear this before he has to go to
Maybe.
work or whatever. All right. You don't want to miss it. The attack ad against Katie. That's next, Jared and Katie in the morning. Want to wish a happy birthday to Kaylee. She turns 14 years old, and that's from her mom, Jessica. Kaylee, happy birthday. Jared and Katie in the morning, 107.5 KZL. Tis the season of political attack ads. You see them everywhere. You hear them everywhere. You can't even scroll through your phone without them popping up or even getting texts at this point. I think the texts are even more out of control this year than ever, right?
How many like a day? 5,
Yeah.
6, 7?
At least.
At least.
And I'm like, I already voted.
I know.
Mine are starting to dissipate, so I wonder if that got back to somebody. I did hit stop on one of them.
Yeah.
And I think it helped, but man, it was a bunch. And so we have done this before. It's been years, though. Political attack ads against each other as if we were running for president of the United States. Katie would be the first female president of the United States.
Thank you.
She would be.
Thank you. Something tells me after this attack ad, no one's voting for me.
It's possible.
Probably.
And again, it's an attack ad.
Yeah.
So we had Matt's, we had mine.
All you do is have to play a Trump ad against Katie. It's the same thing.
It's not.
Here we go.
Katie says she's just like you, but try walking into her exclusive country club without the proper credentials, or worse, with the wrong Balenciaga purse or Louis Vuitton clutch, and see how fast until the cops show up. Katie, just like you, do you drop $100 on cheese plates for lunch, or casually throw around words like serape? Serape. Yeah, we don't know what that means either. Sure, Katie once worked at Mellow Mushroom, but now the only time she's mellow is when she's on mushrooms. Katie claims she's open-minded, but tell her you don't believe we landed on the moon or that Kanye was eliminated by the Illuminati, and watch how fast she wants you dead. Speaking of murder, Katie loves true crime a little too much. Let's just say, if you get on her bad side, she knows exactly how to make you disappear without a trace. Katie, out of touch, close-minded, and wants you dead. Tell Katie that you prefer to live this November.
I'm Jared to support this message. All right.
Serape? I don't even know what that means.
I had to Google like bougie words, and I'm like, I don't know what these mean.
What is a serape?
I think it's something you wear.
Oh, I thought it was somewhere you went.
I don't know.
Props to the voice guy for knowing how to say it.
I'm sure he
Serape.
did it right away.
There's probably a million edits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, what is this? What is this?
And just for the record, I don't own anything Balenciaga, okay?
Okay.
What is that exactly?
It's a brand.
Is it
Oh, yeah.
expensive?
Yeah.
Very, yes.
Yes.
It's a shawl or a blanket with a cloak in Latin America.
Oh, a serape. I said caftan once, and y'all lost your
Caftan,
mind.
that's what it was.
Caftan.
I'm like, what in the world
I'm
is
like, a
that?
muumuu. It's a muumuu.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like with prettier patterns.
You just use the words. I'm like, wait, what is that now? You do what? Oh, it's a type of chicken? Yeah. Okay. All right. So we'll have Jason Goodman's tomorrow.
Gosh.
You're right. It is way worse having to wait.
I hate waiting.
I mean, we should have gone first.
Yeah.
I should have gone first.
That wasn't too bad for you, right?
No. I mean, well, it's not great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's the attack ad. I get it. I just, now I know. Now I know. It's out there, you know?
Yeah, and if we started a little bit earlier, we could have weeks and weeks of attack ads because, the ads change. But,
Yeah,
you know.
sure. But one's damaging enough.
Yeah, and Jason's, I'm just putting it out there, and I said this yesterday, it's before the separation. So there's nothing about the separation in it. So
Are you sure?
I'm 1,000% sure.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't
It's still,
I'm not
I
sure.
mean, there's a million things, I'm sure, especially if Jared has something to do with it.
Oh, I wrote it, so yeah.
Oh,
He has
my gosh.
everything to do with it.
Jared is the only one that had anything to do with it.
Oh, great.
And just so we know, I did not pre-listen.
No, you did not
I
listen
did not.
to Katie's or have any
No.
input
Oh,
on
my
hers.
gosh.
Yeah.
No, I mean meaning
no.
to the others because we had an incident earlier
Oh,
in the
yeah,
week.
yeah. I reread what I wrote, so now I know there's no
Okay.
cuss words, and because there was cuss word in Matt's that remained in. Oops.
Whoops.
All right, so Jason Goodman's attack ad is tomorrow. There might be 2 for him. Just saying.
Just cuz.
Okay.
Whoever waits to go last gets 2. No, there's only one.
That's the rule.
There's only one.
Well, we want to know, have you ever seen a ghost?
Yeah, judgment free. Like,
Yeah, if ever there's a time, it's Halloween.
Well, you know, there's a lot of people that say nonstop till this day, and I found out about this when I moved here from Virginia. That there's a Lydia is a ghost in High Point or something.
Jamestown.
Is it Jamestown? And people swear by it, but I'm like, and they say about the Biltmore.
Oh, yeah.
I have never in my life experienced. Now, Josie will tell you she just slept with a ghost last night, but
No, that's Kesha. I think it's Kesha.
I don't think there's any ghosts.
Well, we want to hear from you because I think there are a lot of people who have had ghost encounters. They've seen the ghost themselves. They felt the ghost.
maybe it's a loved one.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
We
They're
want to hear
lying.
what you think.
Yeah, it's their mind.
Didn't your dad say he saw one?
No.
He,
thought you
Gosh,
said
no.
one of his
ESP.
relatives.
That's an ESP thing.
But
they
so
are
one of
not
the-
lying. No way.
Oh, yes, they are.
Your dad said, I thought you said when a relative died, your dad said he felt his presence.
No, it was more of an ESP thing, not ghost.
Well, that's kind of
Big difference.
spirit and
No.
maybe
Big
kind of.
difference.
Okay.
Okay,
you believe
I don't
in
think
ghosts,
you're lying.
Jared?
I believe in spirits, yes.
Do you believe in ghosts, Katie?
Same spirits, yes.
Interesting.
What about you, Matt?
Same.
Uh-huh.
Spirits.
I believe in there's no spirit, there's no ghost. We're just going to die and have nothing.
Okay, if you've seen a ghost, if you felt
If
a
you want to
spirit,
make Jason Goodman a ghost,
Yep.
call it no.
Oh, that's true.
800-682-1075. We want to hear from you. Tell us about your ghost encounter. That's next. Well, you're not going to need your serape today, that's for sure. 76 degrees today for our high. By the way, if you have a traffic update, 800-682-1075. Your forecast today, partly sunny, high of 76. Few clouds tonight, dropping down to 57. Starting your morning off with cloudy skies, 60 degrees now on 107.5 KZL.
Jared and Katie in the morning, 107.5 KZL. Do you believe in ghosts? But first of all, have you seen a ghost? Ever felt the presence of a ghost? And that could be a spirit, a ghost. It could be something totally unexplainable. You don't know who it is or why it was happening. Or it could be a relative. Maybe you saw a relative after they passed or whatever. I know I've met people that have had that happen to them as well. And Jason was making it very clear he does not believe in ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to Ashley. Ashley, have you seen a ghost?
Yes, I was actually calling because I heard Jason say something about the Biltmore.
Mm-hmm.
Several years ago, we went for a work trip, and I got up to the second floor and started feeling very emotional. And so it got to the point where I couldn't handle it. So I basically just burst out in tears. And so a friend of mine was like, let's leave. You're not feeling well. You know, we left. When we came back, you have to go back through security. And the guy, he stopped me because on the screen he noticed something.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what is this guy doing? And he called the other guy over to look at the screen. And there was a huge orb on the screen over my head when I tried to go back into the Biltmore.
Oh, my gosh.
And you're, just to clarify, you're talking about the Biltmore in Asheville, but here in...
Yes.
Oh, I see.
There's there's a
I've
hotel
heard
in
the one
Greensboro.
in Asheville is also haunted.
Yeah.
But the one in Greensboro, we have somebody as
inn or-
part of our company, and I'm not saying Josie at this point because
Oh.
but the one that he said is he will never stay there again. Dennis, I'm referring to. He said when he came in town, he went into the room, took a shower, put his shoes there, came out of the shower, and his shoes were in a completely different spot.
Oh,
I believe that's mind over matter.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've never heard of it until I went. And I asked someone if it was haunted or if there were stories, and she just didn't want to answer my question. So I took it as a yes.
Yeah, that is wild. Well, Ashley,
Yeah,
thank you
it is
for
wild.
maybe all the Biltmores are haunted. Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you.
I was just there recently. I wish I would have tried to summon a ghost.
You should have.
You know, I didn't know about it though.
Like a seance.
Yeah,
Or
something.
a child sacrifice. Something.
here, ghost. I don't. However you.
Is that how you do it?
I don't know.
Hey,
I don't
ghosty, ghosty.
I go in the library. I'm like, ghosty.
Hey, ghost. Let's go to Gabe. Gabe, have you seen a ghost?
Oh, yes, felt one. When I was growing up out in Kansas, I was coming up the stairs of our house, and something bumped me, and it about knocked me down the stairs. And the only people in the house were my parents, and they were in bed.
Ooh.
And my younger brother was about 1 year old, and he was in his crib. And that was never explained. And then the same time in that same house, there were pictures in my bedroom that were rearranged on a wall, at least twice.
Do you have any idea who it? I mean, do you know who it was? Who it could have been?
Probably Budweiser.
Jason.
No, we never really had it looked into or anything. But it was a really old farmhouse in the middle of Kansas. House was probably 100 years old.
Yeah.
But it was definitely some very awkward, unique experience.
Wow.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. Let's go to AML Jessica. Jessica, have you seen a ghost, and where did you see it?
I actually have. I actually felt one. I was in a toxic relationship a couple years ago, and he was really into the occult, and I was sleeping, and I woke up, and I couldn't talk, and I couldn't move, and he was staring at me, and I felt this, finger run down my cheek, and all I could feel was a teardrop coming out of my eye.
Oh, my gosh.
I was literally
what?
Stuck.
He's like, was he a Satanist?
A cult?
Yes.
Yeah.
You were dating somebody that's a Satanist?
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Hello, there's no red
that
flags?
was...
The reddest of red flags. The devil
Even
is red.
an agnostic would understand that.
Maybe she was into it at the time or something. Were you?
I was a little out of sorts at that time, but it's probably one of the most scariest experiences. It's actually one of my favorite topics. I've experienced this quite a bit in my life, so
Okay.
they're definitely real.
Now, let me ask you this. The Satanist thing has us fascinated. Would he do, sort of satanic type rituals in your home?
Not in my home, but yes, he would. He would do blood rituals and stuff. And at that point, that's when I was trying to get away, but I literally felt trapped, and it was very scary. But when I got away, I was very, very happy.
Did y'all meet on Lucifer.com, the dating app? Lucifer date?
No.
Okay.
Did you drink each other's
actually,
blood?
when I met him, I didn't know any of this stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Out
you
of
should hide that.
curiosity, and maybe this is more for Jared or Katie, from an agnostic point of view, which means that I don't know, there may be a God, may not be a God, why in the hell would anybody choose to go, if there possibly is one, to the devil, where it's all hell?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why would
Yeah.
anybody do that?
I guess they seek instant gratification
Of what?
of whatever they want. I don't know. I never got too into it. Once I broke free from that, I was like, I'm never doing anything like that again.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. It's very interesting. I saw something that was like the Church of Satan. They did something on Dateline or something one time, and they are like, no, it's not like the way you think Satan is.
Oh.
Like, he's not telling people to. So what they're doing is telling you Satan's not who you think he is, which is, I think,
What
exactly Satan would have them do.
Have them do.
Like, no.
So they're saying he's not a bad dude?
He's like, no, he's not. It's more about empowering yourself and doing what's best for yourself. I'm like, you could do that with a self-help book.
Sure.
I don't think you need Satan to do that.
Maybe it starts off with curiosity. I don't know. I'm assuming, and then maybe you get sucked into it, and I don't know.
All right, let's go to Sheena. Sheena, have you seen a ghost, and where?
I actually haven't seen a ghost, but I've experienced one. I was on a girls' beach trip with my wife, my now wife, and my sister, and we were sleeping one night, and the light that was in the bedroom was one of those that ran by a remote control, so you could turn the light on and off or the fan on and off with the remote control. And so we went to bed that night, and just in the middle of the night, all of a sudden, the light in the bedroom turned on. And, of course, it woke my wife and I up, and we were trying to figure out what was going on. And so I was like, hey, turn off the light. And she's like, I didn't turn it on. And I was like, well, I didn't turn it on either. And so we were looking to try and find the remote, and it was laying on the nightstand, which was further than arm's reach away from both of us. And so we were trying to figure out, like, okay, well, if I didn't turn it on and you didn't turn it on, there's no way somebody accidentally hit it with their hand. How did the light get turned on? And as soon as we started talking about it, we heard this high-pitched, like, woman scream. And we were like,
gosh.
what is going on? And it was, I mean, to the point where, I mean, it was like blood-curdling scream. And we were trying to figure out, like, what was that noise? And so we kind of laid there for a while, and we were like, I don't know if we can go back to sleep. Well, the next morning we woke up and asked my sister if she heard anything, and she was like, no, what are you talking about? So we told her the story, and she was like, no, I didn't hear anything. And so we, to this day, we firmly believe that something turned on our light, and we have no idea what that scream was.
Yeah, the scream is the scary part.
Yes, it is.
And
Well,
what's
the light too,
interesting
but yeah.
about the entire thing is I didn't really understand what she was saying, but I'm slightly turned on right now.
The lesbian. Was it a lesbian?
My wife.
Was it a lesbian ghost?
Are you lipstick?
I
lesbian?
don't know if it was a lesbian ghost. I have no idea, but
So a jealous
Could have
lesbian
been.
ghost.
whatever it was. Yes, it freaked us out, whatever it was.
Jason wants to know, in the most PC way, are you a lipstick lesbian or your partner?
I am a lipstick lesbian, yes, and my wife is what I guess people would call the butch lesbian, or more of a masculine type lesbian, yes.
Okay.
Can you send a photo to Matt? He wanted it.
Get Matt in trouble.
Jason, you're separated. You can ask for
You
these.
can, You're allowed now. Yeah.
You're
You
not,
don't have to use me as your scapegoat
Anymore.
anymore.
I don't want to be non-PC, Matt.
Oh, then you're going to have to leave.
yeah.
We need to erase hours of tape.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, so in the lesbian community, I don't want to get too off. So is that like acceptable? Like y'all talk like lipstick and all that stuff. Is that like a known? Man, I know it's a known thing, but is it stated?
I mean, I don't go around saying I'm a lipstick lesbian, but I think that if you were to see my wife and I, you would be able to quickly figure out which one of us was. I mean, we don't like to place labels on it, but it's the community does. So
Okay. The community
and
does.
I don't mean the community. I mean outside of the LGBT community, they
Others
place
do,
labels.
The straights.
Yeah. There's
Yeah, you know what?
ignorant straights.
Yeah.
It does appear that sometimes that you have certain gay people that are totally open to anything, don't care, and then you say the wrong thing to some, and it's like the worst thing you ever said.
Well,
At
isn't
least
that
for me.
just like most people?
Well,
I feel like
No,
that's just
Katie. Obviously, all
most
straight
people.
people agree on everything.
exactly my point.
Right. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Sheena. And sorry about your lesbian ghost. All right. Let's go to Matt. Not our Matt, a different Matt. Do you believe in ghosts, and where did you see one or feel one?
Yeah, my current residence has activity. I've been there since 2013. I've had cabinet doors slammed shut. I've had the backside of the house. It's just me and my girlfriend, and there's nobody that really goes back there. I've had the toilet seat back there slammed. But what really got me one day, it was between like 12 and 3 a.m. We just got home, getting ready to kind of wind down, standing in the kitchen talking, and I was kind of next to the master bedroom, and I had a glass of water, and I have a concealed carry, so I had it out, and I was getting ready to put it in the safe, and this black mass out of the corner of my eye looked like it was charging at me. It was enough to where it backed me up towards the couch. My 95-pound pit bull, I've never seen an aggressive bone in this dog's body. I've never seen him growl. He was always loving, 95 pounds of just mush.
Mm-hmm.
And he jumped up next to me, and he was growling at the master bedroom.
I don't like it.
in this field that you're talking
Yeah,
about, were
it-
there mushrooms?
He was in his house.
No. That hasn't happened since. But I'm told I'm a sensitive. So I've always had like random experiences my entire life.
Interesting.
I couldn't really explain.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very odd.
I believe that there's some people who are more in tune with
Yes.
spiritual type things.
100%.
Thank you, Matt.
I don't like that because I think that animals have they have that sense, that
Yes.
we don't, where they know things are happening or they can see things or they hear. I don't like
Or
it.
the animal is
Mhm.
reacting to him being
No.
the way he's acting.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
I don't
You
think
say
so.
it's never happened
Yeah,
before.
ever.
Let's go to Summer. Summer, have you seen a ghost?
I have, yes.
Okay, and where was it, and what's the story?
So it was when I was a kid, so when I was in about 5th grade, a house in Burlington, there was multiple occasions from like the same ghost like we seen like a figure of it, like a shape almost, in the attic. It was me and my cousins, and then also you would hear like a male voice call your name. And it wasn't just me. Like, it happened to me. It happened to, like, a few of my cousins, my sister. And also you could hear, like, really heavy footsteps coming from the attic, like that of, like, a grown man walking across the attic, and there'd be nobody up there.
That is scary.
I don't like that.
It was super creepy. And it was, like, everybody in the house had, like, heard it before or seen it, and it was very creepy. And like, we kind of looked into it. I mean, I don't know, I was a kid, but my older sister said that like there was like some sort of like murder in the house that involved like an older man and like a child. So, and like my sister said when her baby was born, my niece, her toys would like move around in the middle of the night, like when she was a baby. Like she'd get up and they'd be in different places. And she was like a newborn, so she couldn't get out of the crib or move anything.
She wasn't doing it. Ooh.
Well, thank you. That's a great story. That's when you find out there's a murder, this like adds to it.
Do you think that you could live in a home where you knew a murder had happened?
Yeah.
You do?
It was a good deal.
I don't know if I could do it. I really don't. Yeah, I feel like that would just put bad juju on the house.
I would think I would start to like, if anything did go wrong, I'm like, oh, it's the murder.
Right.
It's the murder house.
Right.
You know? You know how you attribute things.
Well, because, I mean, I'm fascinated now, you know, like the Dateline and the crime stuff. And then thinking like, oh, it puts weird things out there. And
I think it's all in your mind.
No.
Yes.
Isn't it real estate? Aren't they supposed to disclose if somebody was?
I don't think you have to.
Died
I think you
or
do.
Murdered in the house.
I thought it was the law. They have to tell you.
I know. I'll ask somebody I know.
Okay. I swear
I mean,
thought they
might
had
not-
to tell you.
Yeah, I thought so too. I mean, it depends on the circumstance.
Well, and if there's blood all over the floor.
Right.
Oh, they
yeah.
can clean that up.
Well, I mean, you can never quite get the blood away. We have time for maybe two more, maybe. Let's go to Michelle. Michelle, have you seen a ghost and where?
I have seen several, and I've never really been terrified of them, or they never bothered me, but the only one that did was the one I've seen in the back seat of my car.
Oh, in your car. You don't hear that very often.
In my car, yes. I could feel something in my home at the time, and it was like it got to a point where I couldn't even sleep in my bedroom because I could feel the spirit, but it was not a good one. And I happened to be going out one night with a friend of mine, and it was dark. I mean, it was late at night, and I was waiting on her. She went into another friend's house, and I was sitting in the car, putting my makeup on. And I kept before she got out, I heard the trunk pop, and I said, "Did the trunk pop?" And she was like, "No, I don't think so." I said, "Well, will you check when you get out?" So she did, and she said, "No, it's shut." I said, "All right." Well, I heard the trunk pop, and I was sitting there and I'm looking in the rearview mirror, and I thought I seen something, and I was like, "What in the world?" You know, and I looked again, and I looked back in the seat, and it was a she. I know it was a she, and she crouched, she was crouched down in the seat, and she like kind of jumped down in the floorboard up against the back of my seat, and she never. I mean, it looked like she come up out of a swamp. I mean, it's like her hair was all matted and black. Yeah, it was not a good spirit. It was not a good spirit. I can tell you that. And it took a very long time. It was almost like who or whatever this was following me around. I ended up moving out of the house because it bothered me that bad.
Gosh.
I mean, that's ruining her life at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awful. It was like I had to sell my house and move because it just. My daughter even seen it. My oldest daughter, she would not even go into my bedroom because she didn't see that spirit or that thing. She's seen a male spirit, a male figure, a tall, slim male figure. Now, I do believe that tall, slim male figure is still at my home where I'm at now because I see him there.
He followed you.
Well, this is the male one.
The male one followed you.
Yeah, yes, and it could be a loved one. It could be. Because I find coins everywhere. It's like I can go in my kitchen or I can go in the living room and vacuum and mop my floors and turn around and be the only person there and come right back in there, and there might be a quarter and a dime, maybe a penny laying smack dab in the middle of the floor.
And then,
You know.
you have a relative that used to carry coins a lot, or?
Well, my dad did. He used to collect coins and stuff.
Well, there it is.
They say that loved ones will leave you coins, if they're around you. I'll find change on the bathroom sink. Nobody's there but me, but I'll go in there to get ready for work or whatever, and I'll go out and come back in, and there'll be, some pennies or a dime or a nickel or.
Interesting.
Does anybody ever think this is
Thank you,
your
Michelle,
mind
very much.
playing games on you?
Well, not when material things appear.
Why? I mean,
'Cause-
it's to me, it's like your mind is thinking it. A lot of times when people say they've seen ghosts, it's always like when they first woke up or at night where they kind of could be in a dream state. I just think that a lot of times it's your mind just playing games with you.
I don't know. The leaving of coins would make me want to be very pro camera like you.
Yeah, especially like
Jason.
if you don't
Yeah,
bring
but-
coins into your
exactly.
house.
Okay,
I would
perfect
want to
example.
know.
Yeah. Have we ever seen a true camera that shows like coins there and coins not? And
Have
coins
you not seen the documentary Paranormal Activity? you can't see the ghosts, but they're throwing people around. It's very scary.
Have you never seen Blair Witch Project?
Yeah, that was on a home video camera.
So
Explain that, okay?
There. By the
Right.
way, when it comes to death in your home, well, we were talking about murder.
Right.
But if somebody just dies in your house, yes, of course, you don't have to disclose
Right.
that. But murder, apparently, it says those are material facts, considered material facts, violent deaths, and do need to be disclosed.
What? But every
Right.
state's different.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because my dad had hospice
Yeah,
care, and so they would not have to say.
you don't have to say
right.
anything there. No.
Yeah. All right. Oh, really interesting. We have former President Trump's on the phone.
What?
Good morning, Jared and Katie. I heard you this morning talking about ghosts, and I have to say, of course, nobody's seen more ghosts than I have.
Oh, really?
Really?
I've talked to so many ghosts recently. You wouldn't believe it. Calvin Coolidge, Dwight Eisenhower, Gerald Ford, some of the greatest Republican presidents of all time have all visited me in the afterlife talking about how great of a job I'm doing and how great of a president I would be for this country. Once again, Teddy Roosevelt, Howard Taft, they're all supporting Donald, Abraham Lincoln, Rutherford B. Hayes. They've all visited me. They've all talked to me. They've all given me their vote of confidence, and I hope you'll cast your vote for me in confidence the way that all these dead presidents have as well. If there's one thing Donald Trump knows, trust me, it's dead presidents.
Okay.
All right. Now, how do you feel about one of your largest and biggest supporters, Jason Goodman, being skeptical of people seeing ghosts?
I will say I'm surprised. I know that Jason has spent time watching me on stage with a ghost. He saw me debate Sleepy Joe.
Oh, Katie's offended.
That was clearly a ghost. There was nothing happening in there. You saw it. We saw it. The fact that Jason still denies that it was a ghost is appalling, and I'll have him a tape sent over of my enormous victory in the debate where he can see me dominate the ghost of Sleepy Joe.
Dominate the ghost.
I think Jason already has that saved, so you probably don't have to send that over. I think it's like his ringtone.
All right.
Oh, my
And
God.
this time next week, we'll know one way or another who the president of the United States is.
Oh, Katie will be in a bad mood that day.
No, I'm
don't be-
probably going to be in a great mood. You just jinxed
No,
it.
no.
Oh, he did. It's on the record.
I will
You
bet
just
You did just
jinxed it.
anything. I will bet any. I already got a Biden tattoo on my butt last time. I will bet anything,
What is
anything on this election.
Oh, for the
Who
we're
would
not
win?
doing. We're not doing an election bet.
I wish you
Okay.
were. I had one,
I would
and
do
everyone
anything.
poo-pooed it.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who's on the other side.
No, you're not.
So I would
Yeah, on the
no matter
show, yeah.
no matter what.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Matt's always quiet.
Matt,
you know?
you know what? And rightfully so. Smartly so.
Yeah, probably so.
Mhm.
I mean, Josie is same side, but not on the show.
Oh, yeah, and Josie's radical, but that's fine.
You know, for the biggest snowflake on the show, Jason,
Stop.
you certainly bring it up a lot. How
no,
everybody
no.
else is offended, everybody else is radical, but you're like, I'm unaffiliated.
I am.
Don't lump
I'm
me
independent.
in. Whatever.
That gives me more credit of who to
It
vote.
absolutely does not.
So it's next week. You could be president again, or Vice President Harris could be president of the United States. What do you think?
I'm very confident, and I will say, if I've been hearing this correctly, I've heard some of your attack ads against each other. A little bit disappointing. They're not attacky enough. They're not rude enough. When I do an attack ad, no one attacks. the ad. No one does an attack ad quite like Donald Trump. It needs to be mean. It needs to be ruthless. It needs to be honest and probably a little illegal as well. And that's a sign of a very solid attack ad. If you need some help, I can send you plenty. You guys need to stop making your attack ads for they, them, and make them for the public.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you for calling in, and very interesting about all these.
Yeah.
So no Democrat ghosts have visited you?
None?
Absolutely not. I demolish them in debates. That's the extent of my experience with the Democrat vote, Democrat ghosts. And let's be honest, most of them probably don't understand what it's like to be a ghost. They couldn't comprehend it. They believe weird things. They're probably on drugs, so they're probably thinking they're seeing ghosts. I just ignore the Democrat ghosts. I see the ones that align with me, and they're endorsing me for president. So I hope to have your vote early on election day. It doesn't matter. The ghosts won't be voting Democrat. I can promise you this.
All right. Thank you, former President Trump. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Didn't know that the whole
Very
ghost thing. He
interesting.
just ignores Democrat ghosts.
You just like, I
Ignore
think
'em.
that if you just ignore stuff, it goes away, apparently.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's some.
I think people live like that, I guess.
Aren't most, and this is ironic, this is why I'm independent, but aren't most Democrats non-religious, right?
I
Isn't
don't
that
believe-
the stereotype?
Maybe the stereotype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you are Catholic, you go to church, but
Yeah.
you're a liberal.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to pull a Jason Goodman card and tell you I am unaffiliated as well.
Okay.
Yes. So
Uh-huh.
you believe it just as much as I believe you?
No, I.
Weird how that works, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's registered unaffiliated.
Yeah, I
I've looked
am.
it up.
Yeah.
He has.
And I actually changed mine recently to unaffiliated. No lie.
You can just do that?
Yeah, when you register. I mean, I
Oh.
was already registered, but I moved, so I just double checked, and I was like, I can just change this real quick to unaffiliated.
Yeah, Katie's not.
I don't.
I did.
So saying it means nothing.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I did it to drive a point home. It doesn't matter if you say you're unaffiliated or not.
Yeah.
Actions speak louder than words.
Exactly.
Well,
But also, you can anyway.
There's no
I don't get into
independent.
it.
That's the thing. I mean,
you can't be independent.
Yeah.
Who were you driving that home to if nobody
I
knew?
really wasn't. I just thought it'd be cool to change it to unaffiliated because
Oh,
it doesn't matter.
okay.
I know I'm going to vote.
Oh, it
usually.
does because it matters in the primary.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to get into that part. That's what part I was trying to avoid because it's too nerdy. But
Jason just learned about it, so he wants to bring it up.
See, she's mad. See, she's offended. Katie's always
You
offended.
know what the right words for emotions are. So you just throw them out there into the universe like you think you know, but you don't.
She's so butthurt right now. It's ridiculous. See the way she's lashing out.
Oh, Jason.
She makes a joke and she's lashing out.
Yeah. Look at me lashing out.
Yeah.
There I
I
am
can
lashing
tell
out.
deep down inside. It's Okay,
Uh-huh.
I'm there for you.
just say you'll pray. Say you'll pray for him. Pray for him.
Yeah, that's no.
Or pray
I
for
say
her.
that because
Oh.
the Democrats don't believe in religion, from what typically.
So then you'd probably be more Democrat, right?
Yeah, you're bucking the
Exactly,
trend.
I'm agnostic. See,
Bucking
that,
the trend.
that. Thank you for my point. That's
That's not
why
right,
I'm
that's not your-
independent.
that's not your Yeah. point.
Yes, it is. I'm independent.
Yeah. No.
You're agnostic, so it means you kind of
Yes.
hedge. But all right, well, Katie.
If you ever listen to our show and you feel just like a total idiot when you're done, I think we've done our job.
See, I can tell you right
Yeah.
now. Katie's mad. That's all there is to it. Go ahead.
What?
I don't know. I can tell. It's fine.
Is that what we're gonna do now? Instead of just like owning that maybe you look stupid, that we're just gonna put it on other people.
You see her? Like, did I,
don't
call
know
you
how
stupid?
to move on from
I'm asking,
this.
did I call you stupid?
I don't know how to move on from
I got
this.
it. I call you
Jason
stupid.
keeps
You're
poking
the
Katie
one.
until she has an
I'm doing
outburst. I love
nothing.
it.
Yes, you
sitting
just called me
here.
a name. That's a typical move right there.
All right. Okay. Would you like to call her a name now?
No, I'm
Okay.
not like that. I'm above that.
I'm unaffiliated when it comes to calling names.
We've seen your height. You're not above much.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh, Matt's
Am I
mad.
offended too?
Uh-oh, he's offended.
Uh-oh.
Matt's angry.
Okay.
Well, Katie, your dad had a major surgery.
Yes. Oh my gosh, my
a
dad.
couple days ago, right?
Yes, on Monday, my dad had a hip replacement surgery.
It's a big deal.
It is a big deal. I mean, he's been through a lot. And so after he had his kidney transplant a couple years ago, he, his mobility has just been not good at all for his hips. I mean, he has to have both of them done. But we started with the right hip replacement. And I went to go, surgery was great. Everything went well. I went to go pick him up. And I realized that I had made a huge mistake.
Uh-oh. You're already on the crap list for not donating a
kidney.
Yes. And it wasn't because I didn't want to. They literally said, your body's not good enough. And I was like,
too much alcohol in
got
this.
it. Yes, somehow in your kidney it is.
Drain the wine out and the process for the filtration.
It went from your liver straight to your kidney.
But luckily, my youngest sister, Molly, her body was good enough. But anyway, when I picked my dad up, I realized I made a huge mistake, and I'm pretty sure it is causing him a lot of pain and is going to hinder his recovery.
Oh my gosh.
Dang.
Yep. Tell you what it is next. Sorry. If you see any traffic updates, 800-682-1075. Your 1075 KZL forecast today, partly sunny with a high of 76. We've got cloudy skies, 59 degrees now, although the sun's starting to peek out. 59 degrees now on 1075 KZL.
Jared and Katie in the morning, 1075 KZL.
I feel like you all have been on my dad's health journey.
Yeah, we have.
You have. So I went to go pick up my dad after he had a hip replacement surgery. He had his right hip replaced. And I realized right away that I made a huge mistake and that I'm pretty sure I just set his recovery back.
Oh,
my gosh.
Yeah. He can't walk, He had to be taken out in a wheelchair. And they want him to walk. They want you to be walking.
I might know, but
Do you?
I think.
Okay. So I picked up my mom first because she was at the nearby hotel, and we go around the circle at the hospital, Davy in Bermuda Run. And we're in the circle, and my dad's just like sitting there with his little, in the wheelchair with the nurse behind him and his little walker. We're like, there he is. He just waves. Hey. Like, hey, he's feeling great. He's in great spirits. And I immediately realized, I don't know how I'm going to get him into this car.
That's what I was going to say. The SUV's too big.
Well, and I thought about it like a couple days before I knew I was going to go pick him up because they're staying with me for a little while. And I had even said to my husband, can we switch cars? Because I think yours is lower and we'll be able to kind of like slide my dad into, because he had a lot of trouble getting into, I drive a Tahoe, and he had a lot of trouble before the surgery. I could only even imagine. So I did think about it, but not again until
been there, done that.
I'm driving to get him.
When you have a big SUV, you don't think about stuff like that.
I
mean, you might think about it, but then, okay.
Yeah, so I immediately think, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? And I thought, well, good thing there's a nurse there because she'll tell us,
Yeah.
So we decided at that time that getting my dad into the back seat might have been the better option.
Okay.
I don't really know why we thought, maybe just because we'd be able to, he'd have more leg room. I don't know. So he's having a very, very hard time standing up. Even though he has the walker and because everything hurts right now. Everything
just
hurts.
had his hip
and a brand new hip.
That's so crazy. His hip bone's gone, the one he was born with.
Yep.
And they have an artificial one in there, and then he's even can stand up the same day, and then a couple days later.
Oh, they wanted him to walk almost right away.
That's wild to me.
It just makes your recovery
faster,
easier, faster. I mean, eventually you'll get there, right? But he's up walking around. He's up going to the bathroom. He does have his walker. But it took us probably 15, 20-ish minutes to get him in the car.
Okay, which probably felt like 2 hours.
Felt like an eternity.
Like you have no you said this to me, you have no upper body strength.
I have no upper body strength. And I'm so terrified of hurting my dad, who is in this very feeble situation right now and state. And so finally the nurse, we get my dad up on 2 feet, and my mom's a nurse too, by the way, but she's kind of like standing back. She knew she was not going to be able to help us.
You're right.
So
and she's like what, 4'11"?
Yes.
She's
so tiny. So we get my dad to stand up, and he's in between the door and the car. And I'm not kidding. I mean, the car is tall, and so and my dad's 6 feet, and so it comes up to he has to lift his leg up pretty high.
Yeah.
And so the nurse and I kind of hold him by the back of his pants, his sweatpants.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, no.
And I'm trying to shift, but we're in between.
You gave your dad a wedgie.
Well,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure what was we shoved him into the car. And he's like, yeah, screaming.
Oh my God.
It hurt so bad. We had to get him in there, and then
where's Ben?
He's out of town. He was out of town. That's why we didn't switch cars. It just didn't even occur to me. He was out of town for the night. And so, we were able to get him up there, but he was in some pain.
Oh, I bet.
He was in some big pain.
Yeah, no, he's probably whispered to your mom. We should have
At that point,
I was talking Jason.
Uber.
I was talking Jason.
I'm sorry.
You stomped over my. It never was. You wrote it. All right, go ahead.
Should have had Molly come pick him up because she would have, or Colleen.
We should have had Sister Molly here.
Yeah, and
this would have never happened.
It would have never.
They would have rented an appropriate car.
Exactly.
And that's what Ben said. He was like, "We should have gotten a van." I said, "Where were you? Where were
Monday
you?
morning quarterback.
Where were you on that idea?" So anyway, I get him home safely to my house. We get him. He basically just drops out of the car. We're trying so hard.
You're rolling him up the hill of your house.
Yes, trying so hard to get it. I only have one step because we live in a ranch. We do have an upstairs, but the living quarters is down,
which is good
downstairs,
for him, right?
Which is why they came to my house to recover, because my parents' house outside of Charlotte has everything's upstairs,
right?
So it would have been a lot of stairs to. Anyway, his recovery's here, and he can use his little walker, and he can walk around and gain strength and stuff. But getting him into the bed, and then oh my gosh, I woke up this morning and he has been sleeping, which is good. But he's been getting up, he's been eating, he's been doing the exercise he's supposed to be doing. But this morning, when I left the house at 4 a.m., I am walking past the room where he's staying, and his light's on, and I hear, "Katie." I walk in, and my dad's just sitting on the edge of the bed.
Ooh.
And I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, I got up to go to the bathroom, which is great, but he can't lift his legs to get into the bed.
Oh, God.
So he was just sitting there waiting for me to come out of my room.
Your mom's like, "I'm trying to sleep."
Oh, my gosh.
My mom can't do it either.
I know.
She couldn't help.
You got one daughter that donates her organs to your dad to save him, and you got another daughter basically making the recovery impossible.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Hindering the recovery.
So I need a new hip.
Pretty much.
For my new hip.
Yes, and he has to recover from this one to be able to get the next one, because he's got to have both.
That's wild.
Yeah. But so I helped him, swing his legs over, but it's very difficult and very painful. And then
stuff you don't think about.
Yeah, it's things you just do not think about. So today I'm going on the hunt for two things. One is going to be a portable urinal, because it's just easier.
Ooh. Okay.
Now if you have to go number two,
God.
Like he can do it in the bed, you mean?
Yeah.
Like one of those.
He's able to go pee, and he'll be able to go to
Like one of those
just
jars
pee.
or containers.
Because right now the only thing I had to give him was that large mason jar that Jason gave me.
There you go.
With the lid.
Ew.
The gift that keeps on giving, Jason.
All I had.
Did you know
My
you're gonna
gosh, but
you
that
didn't know
does
you're gonna
seal,
Here you go, Dad.
it does seal up pretty well with the cat, though, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Because originally I gave him the lemonade bucket that we got from the fair.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, this is all that I have.
Sorry.
I don't
Your
know.
sister gave me a kidney. You give me a mason jar.
Yeah, you give me a Carolina Classic lemonade bucket.
So when I found, because originally I thought, well, that's kind of flimsy. That,
Can I ask you a question?
Sloshing
I'm
around.
concerned about
Yeah.
something.
What?
Are you going to use the mason jar for any...
Probably not.
No?
Probably not now.
You don't
I mean,
think it... Because it's glass. and
I could sterilize it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use it in the foreseeable future. I will use it, but not till it's been sterilized.
'Cause I was
Right now,
gonna
it's
say,
in
if
use.
you don't, I would use it. I would just put bleach in it, and I can give you another mason jar, and I'll still use your dad's urinal for my canning.
Might make a hell of a pickle.
Yeah.
Might make a hell of a
It
pickle.
might. That's true. Yeah, right now it's being stored fresh with the lid on it.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm. So I'm on the hunt for one of those today, and then also I was kind of doing some research on things that would make because he has the walker, which is helpful, and then he has this thing that goes behind the toilet, which because you don't think about it, but that's a far drop when you're
It is,
6
yeah.
feet plus, and then you have to sit down on a toilet
With a new hip.
With a new hip, so this thing is kind of like safety bars that goes behind and it suctions to the floor, and so he's able to kind of lower it. So we have that.
Does he have a rollator?
What's that?
What?
It's like a walker, but it has wheels on it. It's much
Oh,
better.
yeah.
Oh, he has that.
That's,
Okay.
Yep, the wheels are in the front,
Yeah.
and then the stability ones
Like
are in the
big
back.
wheels, not like little small ones. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the walker he has. And then I'm going to also be on the hunt for some sort of pulley or leg thing where he'll be able to get in the bed and get situated, and then use it to help pull his feet up. They want him to
do
do
muscles,
it.
yes.
But these first couple days after, he
Yeah, it's
needs
gotta
some
be
help.
sore.
Yeah.
I think I know for a fact back in the day with many different types of surgeries, even I think in childbirth, they thought, oh, and I would think this too, you need to rest.
Right.
Even like open heart surgery, they said you'd be in the hospital for like a month.
Right.
And now they've learned through, advancements in technology and science, you got to be up moving. Like my dad, when he had open heart surgery, was walking the same day. I'm like, how? And they said, you got to do that.
Yep.
Because it builds the muscle?
Yeah, and they also don't want scar tissue, and it builds the muscle quicker. It doesn't atrophy as much.
They don't want clotting. They don't. I mean, and it's just it builds your stamina and it gets things moving. Your blood's flowing
right away. That he has a new hip and he's walking.
That is crazy.
And it was same Jared right after. I mean, my poor dad.
Yeah,
he's going to be he is the bionic man. We're on our way. But after open heart surgery, up walking that same afternoon.
It's crazy.
Kidney up walking same afternoon. Hip up walking.
Yep.
And they just say it's the best. Yeah.
Get your body going.
So anyway, if you see me in some sort of medical device or supply store later, help a girl out because I don't know what I'm looking for.
Yeah, make sure you get the right stuff because you might give him something and he puts on his foot and it snaps and hits him in the face.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
I know. And then I made I threw some chicken. I was making like chicken and dumplings for threw it in the crock pot and let it go all
yummy.
day, right? And at some point, I asked my dad, I said, yeah, do you know, this is what I made for dinner. Does that sound good? And he said, yeah. And he keeps referring to them as chicken slicks.
Chicken slicks?
Have you ever in your life heard chicken and dumplings called chicken slicks?
I never heard of chicken and dumplings until I moved here to the South.
Really?
Yeah, we didn't have it up north.
I could see that.
I feel like we ate chicken corn chowder, which is maybe kind of
different.
A little, yeah. But
chicken slicks?
Chicken slicks. And he said it 1,000 times. I said, first, stop it.
Are you on medicine,
I said,
Dad?
stop calling them chicken
Stop it all. Ruin your hip again.
I'll lock the bathroom door.
I'll misery your legs.
Oh, my God.
Hey, your ankles work pretty good. Let's change that. No, I love that, Katie.
I'm just kidding.
Pee in this bucket.
Yesterday.
Put a hole in the bottom of your mason jar.
Oh, my God. He did make sure that the lemonade bucket that he was going to use originally did not have any holes. I'm like, you're good. But all day yesterday, we're on our family text message, and my sisters and I were just sending memes to the family one so everybody can see it, including my dad, of all of these people just sliding out of cars. They're like, thanks, Katie, for all of your help.
That's great.
Sure, no problem.
Wish I had the other daughter with me.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad the surgery went well, though.
Yes.
That's
oh, my
the main
gosh.
thing.
So good. Thank you.
And when will he have the second one done?
Well, he's got to
How
recover.
long do you have to wait? It's just how his progress.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like is this gonna be next year?
Probably.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because in my mind, because I don't know anything, when people say I get a hip replacement, I'm like, oh, they just replace your hips. I didn't know how to do one at a time.
Yeah, one at a time.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he has the right hip, you said?
Yes, his right first, and
then he'll need the left one done.
Yeah, then he'll need the left. And I said, is there any particular reason why they chose the right? And he said, no, I did. He said that when they did all the scans and stuff, that they said they are both so deteriorated, and there was so much arthritis in both of them for him to just pick.
Just
pick which one you
Is
want to
he
do first.
right-handed? Maybe his dominant side.
Yeah,
maybe.
I said why. I just did. I
He's
just picked
been
it.
through a lot.
Yes, he has. But he's doing really well, and he is in great spirits. And this is going to be really good for him.
You're gonna get home today, and the bed will be empty, and it'll be made with a note like "at Molly's house."
Don't call us.
Sister.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks for everything.
My number one daughter.
You can keep the lemonade bucket. All right, we have an update on Liam Payne's awful death. This changes everything if this is true.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Because they said he jumped, which would indicate suicide.
Those were the initial reports. I mean, People Magazine saying it. I mean, they were
The
saying
Argentinian
authorities. Yeah.
police were saying he jumped.
Mm-hmm.
We're now learning something much different.
And it's all caught on closed captioned television.
What's the closed caption?
Like CCTV,
Or closed circuit,
circuit,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So they know for a fact that something has changed. They have it.
That he didn't jump.
That he did not jump. No.
Oh, wow.
That's next.
Jared and Katie in the morning, 107.5 KZL.
We've got an update on the Liam Payne's, an update on his death and his awful death, age of 31 years old. Originally, it was being reported that he that he jumped from a balcony in Argentina. What we know today is that he fainted and then fell over the balcony, and that's how he died.
That changes everything.
Wait.
All of it.
How is tall is the railing, though? Because you don't typically would fall off a railing from fainting.
So we were going down.
Yeah, Katie and I were going back and forth on this.
Yeah, the hotel rabbit hole yesterday because it was a glass railing, like one of those ones that it's like kind of like they have at the Coliseum, where
So
it
it's all
doesn't
glass,
prohibit
yeah.
you from seeing like the view.
Yeah.
And then there was like a little tiny rail at the top. The reports that we're hearing or we're seeing, they say that it was no taller than 4 feet. So it doesn't mean it was 4, which I originally thought.
If it's 4 feet, then it's like
yeah,
impossible.
but it said no taller. Could not have been any taller than
I know
4 feet.
there's definitely in this country regulations on how high those
Mhm.
railings have to be to prevent something like that. And maybe there's not in, it was Argentina?
Yeah.
But 4 feet still seems too high just to fall over.
Well, he fainted, and it's all captured on the closed circuit
Yeah.
television. And that video footage has been turned into police and is in the case file.
Have you seen it?
No.
It has not been
It
released
hasn't
yet.
been
I'm sure
released
it's not
yet.
putting it because the way people are, it'll be
Mhm.
leaked.
Yeah. Footage is not being released to the public. Reportedly shows the singer falling after he fainted on the 3rd floor balcony. Also, we now know that he had passed out in the lobby, not once, but twice. And
While
had
he
been,
was staying there?
While he was staying there and
Oh,
had
geez.
been escorted. This is the same afternoon. And had been escorted back to his room at least once and then showed back up
There's
with
no
his laptop.
medical hospital. If you faint, it's not usually normal.
I think the fainting is directly drug related.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he did overdose. There's a report that he
Mhm.
overdosed a few years back.
Yeah.
On drugs and had to be resuscitated.
Mm-hmm. And then the video footage is in the official case files, and it is not that it's proving that he did not jump deliberately.
That does change the story completely.
Yeah, it's not suicide. It's
Yeah.
an accidental death.
Because I did hear a lot of the narrative was that he was with 2 sex workers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And before that, and he had that, and then his girlfriend left, possibly found out about it. He felt guilty. He was on the drugs, and then he jumped.
That was the original story, that you had heard. Well, and the sex workers is a true story. I
Right.
mean, they're cooperating with
identified,
police.
yeah.
And then, but I don't know the story. I mean, his girlfriend did go home 2 days beforehand, but she was even saying that it was because what was supposed to be just like a short trip turned into many days that they were gone, and she was ready to go.
Did I read something, and maybe it's not correct because there's so much stuff out there, that he had an issue with his passport while he was there, and that's why he stayed longer?
That's what was
Maybe you
being
sent that to me.
reported.
Yeah, so
that he was working on getting it, and
He's rich. How can he have a problem?
It's still a process.
Yeah, still got to.
I mean, if it was us and you have an issue, like if you're going on a trip, you forget to get a passport, unless you pay extra to have your congressman do it or expedite, you can expedite it. It takes forever to get your passport. That's a new one, though. Well, yeah, because one of his exes was pressing charges for like cyber stalking.
Mm-hmm.
This is all with like in a couple days of his death. And then his record label dropped him like that week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he had a lot. He apparently doesn't see his son very much. There's like a lot of stuff that was going on at once that would make you think. And then also when the police say he jumped, you're like, okay, suicide.
Yeah.
Why would the police say that if they have this video?
I don't think they had it at first. I
I
remember
guess-
that came out fast.
It
Like,
was
I already
fast.
know.
It was fast,
Because
yeah.
they investigate. Usually police would investigate the facts before reporting.
Well,
of,
and the facts that they did release, we're talking about how the way, and this is very morbid, but the way that he landed, he didn't do any
that's
sort of
right.
any. There was nothing to suggest that he tried to stop himself or brace himself.
right, but
It
that
was
would
just a
that would lead me to believe that in natural instinct, if you were alive, even if you were committing suicide, that when Liam
Yes.
Payne jumped, he would have to, by instinct, do that.
Yeah, which is why it was very. I felt from the beginning. I thought it had to have been the drugs. Either
Yeah.
he just fell, or maybe he was sitting on. I don't even know if he was a smoker. I don't know, but maybe he was sitting on the railing. He was close to the railing. He fell back. I didn't know, but the fact that he did not do anything to brace himself, I just thought I didn't think he could have been conscious or of sound mind.
When Katie said that, I
Mhm.
definitely saw what you were saying, but I
Yeah.
definitely pushed back on that. But with new information, I can
Mhm.
see.
Sure.
I mean, I can see that too with the no defense. But I'm like, did he jump? And because he's on so much drugs, he's just out of it. Like he doesn't.
It's
His
still
response
hard
is
to
too.
believe, Jared.
His response is too slow. But I guess there's videos that must be very clear that
How
he fainted.
tall is 4 feet? It's a little shorter.
If it's 4 feet, that's
than me.
impossible. But it says no taller than 4 feet.
No taller than, and he's 5'10".
So yeah, it'd be at his chest. So he couldn't. That would not work. But if it was 4 feet, but if
Right.
it's 3 feet, be closer to his waist. That could easily happen.
Especially if you're top heavy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're
leaning,
and
yeah.
then that you're out, or maybe he's. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he stumbled, or who knows? But
Well, that's
whatever.
the one good thing about being short. Then there's one
Well,
good thing. I can't really. fall
5'10"
off the
is
dock.
not. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But even 5'10" is. I mean, it's not that much taller than you, Jason.
It is.
5'10"?
It's 3 inches taller, 3 1/4 inch taller. I mean, it's that much.
How tall are you?
Who, me? 6'3".
Yeah. Okay.
I'm 5'9".
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about there'd be no way. If the thing's at my chest, there's no way I'm falling over the balcony. But if it's 3 feet, that'd be close to my waist.
Yours would break the whole balcony off the railings, but it's possible. You never know.
There was no broken glass. He didn't fall through it.
I know you're going through a tough time, Jason. I would say stay away from balconies. Stay away from balconies at this time.
Yeah. They also.
'Cause I could definitely frame up a suicide
I'm
on you.
not doing. Just for the record, I'm not going through a tough time. It's all good. And yes, I can.
It's
see you doing
okay
that
to
me.
say that if you
Oh
are.
my gosh.
It's a tough time regardless of how you feel about it. It's a tough time for all those involved in
Yes.
it.
Yes, that's.
How about
the
that?
truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like
There's parts of that's tough.
not
You can
fun
say it's not
times.
tough on you, but it is a tough time.
time.
Yeah. Well, then it's been a tough time for months, so or years even. So.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying
All
I could frame you up on a balcony.
I know that.
So just be careful.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah, because we always hang out on
And at
balconies.
times, Katie too.
Yeah.
Push
What?
me off.
But yeah.
I would do something that would hurt you much more than that.
What the
I
hell?
think. I don't know.
Did you not just hear I'm going through a tough time?
Now it works.
Oh yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
it's
How
out.
dare you, Katie?
For
That's how
years.
broken up he is about all this. You can't hear it in his voice.
Devastated.
How dare you say that during the tough
I want
time?
him to suffer.
Oh my gosh.
Well, another person going
Yeah.
through a tough time is
I guess we don't know because we're not 100%
well,
sure.
at least one of them. It's not normal
Yes,
to be
someone.
engaged and then break it off after 3 years and just be like, don't care.
Yep. Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz have called it off, and they were engaged. They were not married yet, but they were engaged. They had been. They've been together for 3 years, and nobody has any. Not sure.
We don't know.
Not
we don't
sure.
know why.
Because just a couple days ago, there was, well, it was more than that, but some time has gone by. But Channing Tatum posted I think one of the last photos of them together. He took a selfie of Zoe asleep on him and was like kind of singing her praises, but who knows?
It could be a blowout fight, and they're like, we can't do this.
Yeah, who
Maybe we
knows?
could be friends, but we can't do the marriage thing.
Yeah.
Has she been married before?
Zoe,
She's younger, right?
she is.
Lenny Kravitz's daughter.
Yeah.
For him, his divorce
He was married, yep.
just finalized after 6 years.
Oh my gosh.
You know, that was ugly. Maybe he's getting cold feet, too. on
Zoe
that.
Kravitz was married to actor Carl Glussman.
Okay.
Who's that?
I don't know. They're both probably better off not getting married in that case then.
Yeah, engaged. And so, yep, that is
Better now
it's
than after
over.
you're married.
There's that.
I mean, if you're going to
Sure.
split up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Channing Tatum, tough time. Zoe Kravitz, tough time. And Jason Goodman.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
3 people having a tough time. And P. Diddy.
There you
Wait,
go.
what?
No,
not P.
No,
Diddy.
don't group.
Not P.
no,
Diddy.
that's somebody that we wish would fall off a balcony.
No, we don't group Jason in with P. Diddy.
Yeah,
He does that.
That's him. He does that on his own.
You make sure you know.
Yeah, you will know from
You
Jason.
talking about me? Like I like to, if I'm associated with celebrities. Jason is like the biggest crime case of the year, and he keeps talking about how he was at P. Diddy's
But
place.
not
putting
at the
himself
freak
there.
off party. You keep putting it that way.
Yes, I played in a basketball league with a NASCAR driver, but if he was accused of what he was accused of, I would never bring it up again. No, I don't.
Jason's
I
like, no,
believe
no,
that.
no. I was there.
No,
actually
no.
on the property. I don't know if you
Jason,
know.
no. Your
I was
lawyer-
at his house, and they might have had a
You
freak
see?
off.
Yeah.
Okay.
See what we're
never mind.
saying?
They might have had a
They might have
freak
had a
off.
freak off, but I wasn't at the freak off.
Yeah, which everyone says.
I was writhing in pain on his bridge from rolling my ankle.
Right. Which may or may not have been caused by the baby oil on the bridge.
We can't confirm
We
it.
can't confirm it. What?
Yeah,
That
no.
was not caused by that. It was a gap in
Do
the
you
bridge.
know?
Yes,
Yeah.
I didn't slip on baby oil in front of P. Diddy's. That's the most ridiculous
Do you
thing
know
ever.
for sure?
How
Yes.
could that be ridiculous?
It's not.
That's actually one of the least ridiculous things we've said on the program today.
Yes.
There was
Yes.
baby oil on the bridge in front of his house?
Why not?
The
By
fact that there's
accident?
baby oil at P. Diddy's house, not a shock.
He had what, 6 or 1,000
over 1,000 bottles.
bottles.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when, like, he knew he was being investigated. I mean,
Well, they went into it,
Well,
yeah.
they went in, I guess, when they found
He
us.
said he had dry skin.
It's very weird the way that it was all set up too. You saw the photo of the
I
crime
didn't
scene.
see it, no.
It was late as if you were shopping in a grocery store and you're like, oh, there's the baby oil aisle. Just all out. Odd.
And lots of extra sheets is what I'm understanding. When they go to hotels, they take the whole room, the whole floor. They brought extra bedding because of the baby oil, and then what else do they have? That they think the baby oil was, I know we mentioned this before.
Laced with
GHP. I can't remember
the baby oil.
Yeah, that makes you,
don't
more
swallow
tired.
That.
No, but it can
absorb through your skin.
I guess. Although I feel like with oil, anyway.
Who knows? I mean, that's the rumor. All right, so we'll keep you up to date on all the things about Liam Payne because that does change a lot of things. And maybe there's more investigation. Obviously, there's going to be more investigation on it. And then I guess his record label or somebody associated with Liam Payne, I guess not his record label, but somebody has rights to his music, said he will not. They have unreleased tracks.
Mm-hmm.
They said until the family gives their blessing, he's not going to release it.
Yeah,
which I think is fair. All right, because other people they can if they want, they own it.
Yep.
And other people have done stuff like that. All right, we got an email from an AML. It's an all-morning listener, and he says he thinks his wife is cheating because she can't say no. Well, part of the story is she can't say no to like volunteering and PTA and just a million different things, which in of itself is a good thing. She's being helpful. But he's thinking she's using that as a cover story at this point, that this new project she's involved in is not a project at all, but another man. Is she cheating? Find out next with Jared and Katie's War of the Roses call. Jared and Katie in the morning, 107.5 KZL.
We might think that the movie The Exorcist seems silly now. You know, how it's...
The special effects don't
Some
hold up.
people though, are still terrified of it. It's weird.
But you know how movies do. Like
Yeah,
the older ones, they just don't age as well.
The
'cause-
makeup's bad.
Yeah.
When she turns into,
And then we have CGI now, and, you know, everything's just much better.
We have a clown that
it's
saws
almost
people in half.
funny
Yeah.
sometimes when you watch the old horror movies.
Right.
Yeah. But believe it or not, in 1973, when The Exorcist was in movie theaters, this is the real reaction of teenagers or anybody who was in the theater reacting to the movie and walking out.
I think it's disgusting.
Grossest thing I've ever seen. It's weird. She turned her head around.
She turned her head around.
We have a lot of people throwing up and a lot of people shuddering. But the thing that really surprises me is people faint. I mean, I've never in my life known a movie where people would faint. I ain't never took my coat and hit it over my face like that.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Can you imagine if they took one of the latest ones now where there actually are vomiting and put and that was then? I think we get desensitized.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point we're gonna look at what we have now and be like, can you believe people cared about this movie that we had? Like, what's the movie you said, Jared? That people
Terrifier 2.
Terrifier 2.
Because 3 is out, but 2 is when people were throwing up and fainting. I
It's the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. I did read that there were heart attacks reported when people were watching.
Oh my gosh.
Exorcist, miscarriage. A lady had a miscarriage.
What?
She got so
So
worked up.
Yeah, upset.
Of course, there was religious outrage. Well,
Mhm.
of course, at the time.
Yep.
Even now, a little bit of that.
You're still outraged.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, yes. I've been protesting for years.
Yes. Who hasn't?
Yeah. I mean, you don't march. That's the one thing I'll march about. Exorcist from 1973. There were rumors that even people took their own lives after watching it, but they can't verify that.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Because it was something you had never seen on film.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now it's like every year around Halloween, there's some sort of exorcist or demonic movie. Not back then.
Nope.
I mean, it was like that was
Well,
it.
If you ever watched, this is the one for me. If you watched Nightmare on Elm Street with Freddy Krueger, it's laughable.
Well,
it's literally laughable.
Yes.
Yeah.
The CGI is so bad. And it's not even a horror movie, but the Harry Potter movies made $1 billion, but the first couple of ones.
They're hard to watch now.
Yeah. The CGI
What do
is
you mean they're
so
hard to watch?
The CGI is so bad.
Yeah. It
It's
doesn't
like,
look. you
Go ahead,
just-
sorry.
well, no. You just think it's like, I can tell exactly where they could have done that better.
Yeah.
You know, the movements and the way that they're flying, and you're like, can I see the rope that he's hanging
Yeah,
from? You know?
yeah, it's like it wasn't that long ago, and it looks bad. Now, towards the end, they got it better. It was better, but yeah, it's amazing that The Exorcist had that reaction back then.
You imagine sitting beside somebody in The Exorcist in 1973 and they just start throwing up on the floor.
Oh my gosh.
Ew.
Yeah, what a party.
Yeah.
And Terrifier. You got to see. Can y'all do me a favor before Halloween?
Is it watch
Terrifier
It's
1?
tomorrow.
Well, Terrifier 1. It's like 90 minutes.
I can't do it. Nope.
And it's not even that scary. It's more kind of funny. But I heard they get like progressively bigger budgets, more like a little. It's more, more intense, and then more and more grotesque. The first one's kind of comical in a way. Okay.
I'll maybe watch part of it at work tomorrow.
So what this means is 10 years from now, Kay's like, I just saw Terrifier.
Maybe.
You were right. It was very, but I mean, not. I'm saying this time of year, if you're looking for a Halloween movie, that might be one that's not the normal ones that you normally like, Halloween and Friday the 13th and all the different ones like that. Okay, Smile 2, very good, by the way.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah.
And terrifying.
And terrifying.
What was scarier, Smile 1 or 2?
1.
It was really.
But 2 is just like more intense, if that makes sense. 1 was like what? Plus, like once you see one, you have an idea of what type of things are going to happen. But yeah, anyway, if you're looking for something a little bit outside the box as well, it's a good one. All right, or for Matt, you want something really scary, maybe Beauty and the Beast or Cinderella.
He's afraid of horror movies.
Or Moana.
Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
That's so scary.
Oh my gosh, no way. All right, Josie, she's next. 107.5 KZL.